My Lords, I rise to speak on behalf of my noble friend Baroness Jones of Moulscombe, who signed both Amendments 46 and 54 in the name of the noble Lady Baroness Lister and others about no recourse to public funds. And the question has been already very clearly set out by the noble Lady Baroness Lister, and indeed I think the noble Lady Baroness Stroud added a great deal to this debate, and it's been very rich thus far. I must admit to a certain sense of déjà vu in that we've had much the same cast back in the Domestic Abuse Bill, discussing much the same issues around the absolute horror of no recourse to public funds. And we're talking about a particular group of people in that situation now, but I want to state very loudly and clearly there should be nobody in the society of the UK who's here as part of this society who has no recourse to public funds. That is inhumane, unjust, and it's damaging to our own society for some of the reasons that the noble Lady Baroness Stroud just set out. And it's interesting, actually, that it's almost 2 years since Boris Johnson claimed to not know that this status actually existed, that he didn't know there was such a thing as no recourse to public funds. And I do note that at that time, Boris Johnson did say then he was promising to review the policy. Now, as I understand, there has been no overall review of no recourse to public funds, although I'd be very pleased if the noble Lady the Minister could tell me that I'm wrong about that. But I think just there's one point really I want to add, and this goes back to the group we were discussing before the dinner break. And the noble Lady the Minister then was trying to very clearly draw a line between differentiation being different to discrimination. Now, I think no recourse to public funds is something that's very, very clear-cut, very obvious. You either have access to money, as the noble Lady Baroness Stroud said, if you're in work and you need extra support to survive, to actually be able to feed yourself, you either have access to that money or not. And how can it be that not having access to that money, being in exactly the same situation as the person beside you doing the same job, how can that be anything but discrimination?